That's the
Conclusion.
trap, is you trying to seek something in your mind that's relatable to what they're complaining about, just so that the conversation will be comfortable for them and you. It's kind of odd how it works. Gossip is um, a sticky sin. It's like you jump on a you jump on a conversation with someone and you're thinking that, oh, it's just gonna be regular, and then when they start bashing people, you have a choice. It's like it splits your mind in that moment. It's like, oh, you have a choice to either A, be agreeable and start bashing the person they're talking about, or bashing people along with them in the back of your mind, or B, you can just be silent and make it awkward and uncomfortable for them, so that maybe they'll change the subject, or C, you just walk away or tell them you have to hang up. And that can make them uncomfortable too, but it's like two of those out of choice B and C is probably the safest for your own well-being, because A wants you to gossip, jump in immediately and start, just to be comfortable for them. And that's the trap. It's the wrong choice. And but it happens to people. I've seen it. It's happened to me, and so it's but being mindful, having mindfulness and practicing mindfulness helps more and more with that. I've noticed in myself. It's helped me. So yeah. And it doesn't feel good. It just, it's negative, and I usually don't want to hear it, and it's not like I said, I'm willing to listen, but if you're doing more bashing than venting about the truth, like getting to the meat of what's upsetting you, if you're not getting to the meat of what is upsetting you about that person, that they upset you, that what like being legit, even if it's him mentioning something about himself, like just venting it out, whatever. But it doesn't feel like it's legitimate. It's always it feels legitimate, but no, it doesn't feel legitimate. It's him. It doesn't feel legitimate. It's him bashing other people. And it's like, but you have those same flaws, you know? And but I think I see what it is. It's like I said, at one point or another, it's him bashing other people for the flaws that he has, that he sees in them. So instead of like, oh, I have this problem, he'll bash someone else for it. And the humble way to go about that is, if you recognize a problem in someone else that is similar to yours, you usually be humble, or either treat that person with a little empathy, because you can see within them the very thing that you're dealing with. And with my dad, he will mention something that somebody else is, it's as if he's super agitated about it, that they're dealing with this, but it's just, or like he's very, like, sometimes he'll be very heartless in the way he says it about other people. But there'll be things I'm like, you're dealing with that. So it's like, how dare you? It's like, how dare you? It's like the audacity. Like, how dare you go at them about it? But I see what it is. And I think me having that awareness of that, and hyper awareness about many things, but me having the awareness of that lets me see what it is. So that way I just don't hate him. And that's how I feel about everyone. Like I can't just hate a person because I have empathy for everyone on a certain level, because it's like we're human, and somewhere down the line it caused you to act that way, you know. And so it's yeah, very interesting. But yeah, it's a bashing session, him calling out everyone's flaws, and he's mentioned a ton of people to me. Only thing I can think in the back of my mind is like, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? And it's just exhausting. It's exhausting. The hatred is what's exhausting. Him venting, I will listen for hours. I will listen for hours to the people that I love. I'll listen to hours of anybody. Like, I'm a great listener. I'm a great listener because I know what it's like to be ignored. I know what it's like to be hated or not liked or bullied. I understand. So I'm willing to listen. And I think those things make me a great listener. Like, I love listening to people and helping, like, if I can chime in to help them. And so, but when it comes to my father, it's what I don't like in bullies. I can't stand bullies. And that energy he gives is that of what bullies do. It's bashing other people because you have an internal problem. You're going to let other people feel your wrath, your anger. And it's like I don't like it. But yeah, at this point, I'm just kind of venting, which is okay. I got to tell myself that that's okay. These videos don't have to be perfect. I'm going to let this out. But yeah, that was, emotions were high in that dream. And I woke up. At first, I woke up shocked, that same feeling, not being able to cry. And then suddenly it just came out. It just started crying. And I feel relieved now, now that I've vented about it. But yeah, that was the dream, and just my journal entry for this morning. But yeah, but I'd like to close it with saying, breathe deeply and be thankful for those breaths that you are able to take. Love and treat others kindly. And love yourself. Forgive yourself. That's a big problem we all have, is we have trouble forgiving ourselves. And you deserve that forgiveness. You deserve more. No matter what you've been through, no matter what you've done, as long as you're not continuing to hurt people or continuing to, bash people or, causing harm to people, and you're trying, if you're really trying, and, and you really have sought after God, you really sought after God within yourself, within your spirit, to try to find peace and healing, you have to forgive yourself. You have to. Because we're all human. No one is perfect. No one is perfect. Just know that. The perfection that many of you all, including myself, a lot of times try to put on ourselves, we have to realize that God is perfect for us. God is perfect for us. We live in an imperfect world. We live in an imperfect world, and it's not easy being perfect here on earth. It's just not. Emotions, sadness, anger, revenge, lust, greed, all these things. We have to turn our ways around, do our best to change our ways. Ask God for the strength to blend, peace and love and wisdom and all these things that you want to have in your heart. Ask God to blend those things and, to bless you with those things. If it's in His will for you to have those blessings, you can and will have those blessings. Power is in the tongue. It's written. Power is in the tongue. You can either speak life over yourself or you can speak the other. And it's possible. Just, speak life on yourself. Speak wellness and greatness and happiness and peace and health on yourself. And trust that God will provide, because He will. Just ask Him. Talk to Him. Some people feel ashamed for asking what they want for God, and you shouldn't. You shouldn't feel ashamed in any capacity to talk to God. But I'm going to close it. This video is well over an hour long. I'm going to do some editing to try to shorten it, and it may be split up into a few videos, but that's the series for the day. Love y'all. God bless. Thank you for listening, for those of you who do listen. Have a good day.